Singapore. Oh, baby. Okay, so Singapore's flag is a moon, 5 stars, and a white and red and white. Okay, cool. So we'll remember that. So by the way, I still remember Denmark. Denmark's the hospital sign, and Brazil is the world with the green and yellow diamond. Okay, I still remember that shit. So before we head to Singapore, I want to say that I have been to Singapore a couple of times. Like, a lot of times, actually. I have a few friends in Singapore. I've been there.
The menagerie is for guests only.
A lot of travel, a lot of tournaments, all that shit. Wait, this is a smart stream now? I'm out? Hey, wait, don't go out yet, 87 months subscriber, okay? This is learning with Amaz, okay? You gotta think, put on your thinking caps, put on your, get your jot notes down. We are being smart, okay? We're really educated. And what better education it is than to learn about the countries in the world and the people that are in it, okay? Anyhow, so Singapore, which I thought before was known for its pies and tarts. Because, dude, I went to Singapore, I had the most amazing pie and tart in the tart place. And I was like, dude, obviously it's famous for this, right? No, it's not. Probably not. I don't know. Anyhow, Singapore is officially the Republic of Singapore. Is a sovereign island city-state in maritime Southeast Asia. All right, so we have third Chinese. I guess we'll go down. A third Chinese, 50% Malaysian, 7.5% Indian, and then 1.6% others. I see. Okay. And then, if you live in Singapore, wait, a third. Oh, no. 3/4. Yeah. 3/4. Yeah. You got what I mean. 3/4. 50. Yeah, you got what I mean. Okay. If you're in Singapore, you're a Singaporean. Okay. So the geography is that it's at the tip. Basically, the tip of this. Do you think this kind of looks like a wasp? Right? It's kind of like the head, or like an eagle or something, and then this is his tail, and then this is kind of like, the tail end of it. Yeah, it's quite tiny, I guess. All in all, So let's see. Population 5.5 million. Wow, decreased. Holy shit. Density. Okay. Currency Singaporean dollar. I know that. Hello, obviously. Cool. The date format, dude. Date format. Okay. See, here's the thing. Okay, this is very important. Like, date format is just day, month, year, smallest to biggest. Why in the hell in America is it month and then day and then year? Like, that doesn't even make sense. What? So yeah, I was actually more used to this. This is how you do it in Hong Kong too. But for some reason, America just likes to do its own thing, like every time. It's like, what is the most logical idea here? Okay, let's change it. Okay? Centimeters? No. Let's do feet. Because everybody's feet is different. And obviously feet is a better measurement because everybody has one. You know? Oh, instead of liters, let's do cups. Yeah. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. Okay. Anyhow. The English name of Singapore is the angelization of the native Malay name for the country, Singapura. Ooh, it's Lion City. Wow, amazing. Okay. Under Japanese occupation, Singapore was named Sayonan, which is Night of the South. Singapore is sometimes referred to the making as the Garden City. Another informal named the Little Red Dot was adopted after an article publication regarding the third Indonesian president by referring to Singapore as a red dot on the map. Wait, what the shit? Okay. Aha. Sayonan, officially Sayonan To, was the name for Singapore when it was occupied and ruled by the Empire of Japan following the fall and surrender of British military forces on 1942 World War II. Oh shit. Okay. Well, just like Hong Kong then, we've been in Japanese rule too. Ancient Singapore. The Kingdom of Singapore was founded by this guy. Oh, he's so fancy. He's a prince. British colonization. Okay. Dude, this is just like Hong Kong. What the hell? Singapore was not affected by World War I. After World War I, built a naval base. Okay. World War II, the field was fully occupied. World War II. Okay. The Japanese invasion of Malaya. Oh no. That's a yikes. Culminated with the Battle of Singapore. Oh no. About 5,000 were killed or wounded. 85,000 people captured. Dude, you know, wars suck, huh? Dude, I feel like it's just human nature to be like aggro and just take what you want by force, you know? It's crazy. Oh my god. Dude, World War III? I hope it doesn't happen in my lifetime. Because it's just gonna happen, right? Dude, World War III would suck. Because we are so technologically advanced now. And then, dude, it's gonna be like... You know what I also hate about war? Is that, you know, they try to like make a lot of propaganda and a lot of terminology that's like trying to dumb down the things and trying to like confuse you, right? Like purposely confuse you. So stuff like, oh, collateral damage. You know, collateral damage sounds like a term that you go like, oh, it's too complicated, I'm not gonna know about it or whatever. But what collateral damage is basically the accidental killing of citizens and like peasants, you know? So like they don't want to say that, so they invented a term for it to kind of just like make it of a less of an impact. Isn't that shit? Dude, that's kind of shitty, man. We definitely don't have propaganda now. Of course we have propaganda now. I'm pointing it out, you dumb sozu. I'm never picking you again. Okay. Post-war. Zimbabwe of the best brief state of violence and disorder. Looting and revenge killing were widespread. Oh, shit. Wait, this is 1945. Dude, isn't that crazy? That was not too long ago. That's crazy. That's like, what, 70 years? 75 years ago? Holy shit. Okay, there's a Japanese general too. Tomoyuki was tried by U.S. Military Commission for war crimes, but not for crimes committed by his troops. He was convicted and handed to the Philippines. Holy shit, that was a yikes. Everything is destroyed. Very bad. There's a guerrilla war. Oh my god, dude. Chinese communists also. Freaking okay. Man, there's a lot of shit happening, dude. Okay, and this is Singapore. And dude, this reminds me of like freaking pirate games. You know, their ports always kind of look like this. And then, dude, this is kind of fancy. I like that. Dude, what is this kind of name? Eco Ltd Limited. But like, yeah, this is kind of, I like this. It's kind of fancy. Any positive things happening in that country yet? I guess not yet, dude. It's a grim past. After being expelled from Malaysia. Oh shit. Okay, so I guess it just separated from Malaysia. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, what? Expel Singapore from Malaysia. Oh shit. Singapore continued to face restriction on trading with the rest of Malaysia. Singapore did not expend to Sabah and Saraka the full extent of the loans. Agreed. Okay, so it's like money problems, huh? Talks turns out abusive speeches and writing become rife on both sides. Malaysian Prime Minister see no alternative to avoid further bloodshed. They should vote to expel Singapore from Malaysia. The parliament voted 126 to 0, so everybody just wants it off. So like Singapore then becomes itself. What game is this? This game is called Amaz Learns About Countries. Okay, and now I mean, is it fine now? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. When this guy died, the first Prime Minister of Singapore, a 1 week period of public mourning was observed nationwide. Oh my, what does that even mean? Like, school's out? Okay, interesting. Okay, government. You know, okay, so remember the past few days I looked at government quite a bit. I feel like that I just want to learn about like the people and the culture there a little bit more. So like I'm just gonna pretty much glance through this a little bit. Like, you know, cool, they have military. I don't think it's that much, right? The government spends 5% of the country's GDP on military, high by regional standards. And one of every $4 of government spending is spent on defense. Yeah, I mean, dude, given the freaking the freaking history. You don't want to get bullied anymore, right? That makes sense. Wait, what? I see Donald Trump. And Singapore has diplomatic relations with the U.S. and North Korea. It was one of the countries with the relationship of both countries. Singapore hosted a historic summit between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un, the first ever meeting between the senior leaders of two nations. Oh, shit. Okay. That is random. That is very random. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I know this one. So this is a thing. This is definitely a thing. All my Singaporeans have to go through this. Singapore's conscription for all able-bodied males at age 18. A little sexist, and also, I don't know, man. Is it a little dated? But like, yes, I know about this. So if you are adult male, you have to enlist in the army for like 2 years, I think, right? Let me see if this is correct. Except those with a criminal record or can prove that their loss will bring hardship to their families. Males who have yet to complete pre-university regulations are awarded the Public Service Commission. So yeah, for your service, you get a shiny medal, dude. Holy shit! You get an old coin that you can't even sell for 300 gold. Though not required to perform military service, the number of women has been increasing. Okay, cool. My friends told me it was 2 years. I'm not sure if it's like it's different or something like that. But yeah. We have Google, right? How long is conscription? I can't spell. Conscription in Singapore. Yeah, 2 years, see? I know! I'm smart. Okay. Male Singaporean citizens and second generation permanent residents serve for 2 years in active duty. Yep. That's correct. Oh, it's Wikipedia too. Following which they transition to operational ready reserve state. Okay, cool. So yeah. I know this one. Amaz deserves to conscript in Singapore. I mean, okay. So we're gonna look at this later, but as a tourist, I thought Singapore was very beautiful and very nice. But then all the locals said that it was kind of like, I don't know. They just felt like a little sad. I don't know if it's just the locals that I've been to. Oh, they're also like what's it called? Oh my god, what is it called? They're also like what is the technical term for it? Women selling their bodies in a business thing. What's the technical term for that? Oh my goodness. Prostitution, thank you. Yeah, that kind of that was out of me. Dude, it's funny because another group of friends, dude, they decided to like go to the what's it called? The red light market or something like that? The red light district or something? Where all the sketchy things happened before in one of my trips. And then I wasn't out back then, right? So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. Yeah, sure. But then, yeah, I mean, even if I feel like if I was straight, I wouldn't be into that stuff, you know? That's like, I don't know, man. Why can't we just go like chill out at a bar or something, or like just in a restaurant and just chat, you know? Like, why do we need to do that? It's very weird. Anyhow, human rights. Whoa! Singapore was ranked 158th out of 180 by Reporters Without Borders. Wait, what is this? Worldwide Press Freedom Index? Wait, so they're not free at all. That's pretty bad. 158th out of 180? That's pretty low. The government has restricted freedom of speech and freedom of press and has limited some civil and political rights. The right to freedom of speech and association granted by this is restricted by... Okay, what? Yeah. It's partly free. Flawed democracy. Yeah. Okay. Their position on abolition of the death penalty is by no means uncontested internationally. So, okay. So, is there the death sentence in Singapore? Capital punishments have been carried out in Singapore since the days of colonial rule. Okay, so there is the death penalty. So there's capital punishment. Capital punishment is legal in Singapore. Each execution in Singapore is usually carried out by a long drop hanging in the Changi prison at dawn on Friday. Okay. Most recently, in 2020, the support for capital punishment in Singapore has tallied to around 80%. What? In 2005, 95% think it's good. 2020, 80% think it's good. Shit. Okay. A law dating back from 1938 bans sexual relationships between men. However, the law is rarely enforced. Sexual relations between women are legal. Oh, we like that. It is legal. Oh, we don't like that. That is. You gotta be a little bit choosy here, okay? Singaporeans and foreign women and girls have been forced into prostitution in brothels and been physically and psychologically abused. But not men, because, dude, we're not into that stuff. Alright? Like, why? You just ban them from doing that shit? And then do the thing with the girls, obviously. Sex trafficking in Singapore is a significant problem. Like, is that actually a thing right now, though? Because I know there are a lot of prostitution houses in Singapore, at least the red light district that I've been to, right? And then, like I said, my local friends, they talk about this too. So yeah, this is pretty bad. Singaporean citizens and foreigners, primarily women and girls, have been deceived, threatened, and forced into prostitution and free labor. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is, right? I don't know, like, it's definitely different in like these countries who are kind of like still kind of like new to this, because at the end of the day, like if I look at Singapore, I'm like, dude, it's still kind of new as a, like a what 50, 60, 70 year history. Like these things happen in like new countries. They're still trying to figure things out, right? So yeah, perpetrators confiscate their passports. Oh shit. Sign phony contracts in a foreign language they cannot read. Yep. Trauma, abuse. All bad stuff. Malnutrition, suicidal thoughts, depression. Very, very bad. Yep. That's kind of a yikes. The Singapore government has made major efforts to curb sex trafficking in the country. In recent years, tougher penalties were assessed at traffickers, which caused sharp decline in such crimes. Ever since, trafficking has no longer been considered a major issue. Yeah. Okay. So I did also hear about it, that they were saying that it was really bad before, but I feel like it's still a problem based on like what I hear, you know, like apparently it's really bad before, but like now the government like pays for partly the rebuilding of like the prostitution houses and stuff. So yeah, that's interesting. All right, corruption index. Singapore is ranked 13th overall among the 126 countries. Okay. Singapore ranked high on the factors of order and security. Okay, that is true. So this is not a joke. So why is Singapore ranked number 1 on order and security? So this is from my dad, right? So my dad, I remember him like visiting Singapore. So my dad like flies to multiple countries and stuff, and he told me about like a little dude. Remember the times where you have to ask your parents about information and not just Google the internet, right? Nowadays you can just look you don't need to ask anybody, right? You can like talk about stuff, but information is like so free, especially for the people who have access to the internet, right? But back then, you gotta like learn from specialists and like trust your elders and stuff like that, right? So I feel like that's why this period of time, elders are not as respected, because their valued intelligence and their experience it's not really high value anymore, because like we can just Google the shit, right? Anyhow, so my dad was saying that like it's fun to be like a tourist in Singapore, because you feel like it's very clean and, you know, it feels like it's very safe and everything. And yeah, but dude, apparently in Singapore, there's like secret cameras everywhere, right? So that's why they don't need cops on the street. I actually, now that I think about it, every time I go to Singapore, I've never seen a single policeman. Like nobody, like there's no like policeman like patrolling the place, or like, you know, you rarely see a cop car, because like you're under surveillance anyways. So like we don't need people like around, you know, or maybe they're like hiding and stuff, you know. So yeah, That's kind of interesting. Absence of corruption, number 3. Civil justice, criminal justice, ranks significantly lower on factors. Okay, yeah.
The
All
menagerie is for guests only.
Thank you to Kenneth for the 4 months. Love you, Amaz, Kappa Pride. Oh shit, dude! Every time I thank someone for something, I remember of Bo Burnham's special of like he did a parody of like streamers of like just playing a random game, and then just thanking subs every now and then. It's pretty funny. All public gatherings of 5 or more people require police permits. Really? I had a meetup when I was in the Hearthstone before in Singapore. Shit. Interesting. It might be dated. Okay. LGBT people may face challenges Wait, what the heck is this double negative? LGBT people face many challenges not faced by non-LGBT. Okay. That was not as complicated as I thought. Current survey, more than 20% said that sexual relations between the same sex were not wrong. About more than 20%? Up from 10%. Amazing. Wow, okay, that's double, dude. It's still progress, right? So I found that 27% felt the same-sex marriage. You know, it's funny because, like, it says, it puts this in a positive light. But it really is up to, like, whoever types this to feel like how you want to portray it, right? It's like, oh, it went from 10% to 20%, so it's really good. But then at the same time, it's like, well, it's still freaking 80%. So, yeah. Apparently not. Okay, cool. Yep, geography is there. It's basically the tip of the bird thing. Nature, climate. Yeah, it's a very tropical climate. So like it can get really hot. Oh, it's actually not that hot. 23 to 32. I mean, in Hong Kong, it get up to 36, which is kind of ridiculous. And also, I know the Fahrenheit now. Dude, I've been living in America for like a year, 2 years now, I guess. And I'm starting to learn Fahrenheit. Oh my god. I feel like my IQ is slowly being drained out of my brain. Singaporean economy requires free, innovative, dynamic, and business friendly. I would agree with that. So, let's see what I have. Integrated circuits. The hell does that mean? Gas turbines. So, very like machinery based. Petrol. Okay, a little bit of gold. Medicaments. Health stuff. Okay. Dude, I really like this table. There is one for every country. It's kind of awesome. Let's kind of see what they help the world with, you know? Okay. Okay, this is really pretty, you know? This is like really, really pretty. I like the amount of water that's in Singapore. Central Business District. Yeah. This actually reminds me a lot about Hong Kong. And Hong Kong is also like this, like tall buildings and then a lot of water and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Singapore has the world's highest percentage of millionaires. Oh shit, did you guys know that? With 1 out of every 6 households with at least $1 million US dollars in disposable wealth. Okay. This excludes property, business, and luxury goods, which included would increase the number of millionaires. Holy shit. So even if you have like $1 million house, you wouldn't be considered a millionaire. You'll only be considered a millionaire if you can just like throw $1 million around however you like. That's crazy. Singapore was rated the most expensive city for the first consecutive year. Okay. To what? Most expensive city? Like to live in or what? The government provides numerous assistance to the homeless. Some of the programs include providing $400 to $1,000 of financial assistance per month to needy households, providing free medical care at government hospitals, and paying for children's tuition. Benefits include gym fees to encourage citizens to exercise. $166,000 as a baby bonus for each citizen. Heavily subsidized healthcare, financial aid for disabled, provision for reduced cost laptops for poor students, rebates for costs such as public transport, utility bills, and more. Damn. Isn't that something? Dude, we have so much money that we'll just give you some shit. Yeah, so $1 Singaporean dollar to USD. Let's see that. So it's basically 74. So I kind of like convert to about Hong Kong. So I know one Singaporean dollar is about $5.50, $5.80, $6, something like that. So like it's not really that far from US dollars. So basically it's like 3/4, right? So this would be about $300. This would be about $800, right? So yeah, it's kind of cool. Employment. Singapore has a low employment rate. So it was 4% here, and then it's 1.8%. Singapore does not have a minimum wage, believing that it will lower its competitiveness. I actually do like that. So I think minimum wage is bullshit, right? Like people really, I think actually the majority of people in the world think minimum wage is a good thing. And I actually don't think it's a good thing. The problem of minimum wage is that you basically put a number on like human life and time. I think that's a big problem, right? Because like you basically kind of like okay, so okay, let's put it this way, okay? When you get hired to do something, there's like you basically agree, right? Both parties can agree like what kind of work you do. If there is a minimum wage, then the problem is like what if the work you do or like the number of hours you contribute or like you just work really fast, you know? There's a lot of like ifs and buts that like a minimum wage is not good. And also what I have noticed is that every time a minimum wage is increased in countries, instead of like, you know, people going like, oh, I get more money, I can like spend more money on stuff, you know, my financial burden is lowered. That's not like that's the thought, right? But the reality is that they just fire people until they pay the same amount. And then they just increase the workload of those people because they're getting paid more. Right? So that's I feel like that's kind of bullshit. I feel like that, you know, it's we already live in a very capitalist world, right? Where everything is like made of money. So then, you know, attributing a person to money, like their time to like a minimum wage is kind of dangerous. I feel like that's very, very, very dangerous. Yeah. So I also I do not believe in minimum wage. I feel like that, you know, there is a minimum amount that you need that people need to live, right? You know, pay rent, utilities, food, shelter, all that kind of shit. But it shouldn't be like a recognized number. I feel like that's just really, really bad. It contributes to a lot of problems. I should actually Google minimum wage. I feel like this is kind of big, but I'm not really phrasing it properly. Someone could probably like word it a little bit better than me. Yeah. Holy shit! The minimum wage in Australia is $12.50. Holy shit! That is freaking high. The minimum wage in Hong Kong is like shit. Okay. So here's an interesting one, right? Remember I talked about I was like teaching saxophone in Hong Kong. So the minimum wage in Hong Kong is $37.50 per hour. So you divide this by 8 and that's US dollars. So about like what? $4.50, right? So it's about $4.50 an hour. So the problem of that is that it's not even a thing. So like, okay, when I teach saxophone, I'm basically a consultant, right? That's basically, it's not a full-time job, but then it is a full-time job. So it's a full-time job for me because, you know, I kind of like go to different places and stuff like that, right? I can get like multiple students, but to a specific studio, like a tuition studio, it's not, because you're getting students from multiple studios, so you have to travel a lot to like different ones because there's no way you can get that many students in one studio, right? So what they make you do is they make you sign a contract that you're basically the consultant, and that what that means is that they do not need to abide by the minimum wage because you're not working there for X amount of hours, right? So in that sense, they basically have a situation where they give you an X% of the money you make, right? It's kind of like a commission-based thing, okay? So what I was making when I first started teaching saxophone was $100 an hour, okay? So it sounds pretty good, right? $100 an hour, yeah. Students typically only do 45 minutes, so it was basically $75 an hour. The studio takes, what, 50% of the commission? So that's down to 37, right? And then usually you get a student in 1 hour, and then the next student, it's like 4 hours from now or something like that, right? So then you have to go travel back home, or you have to just sit there for like 3 hours and just do random shit. and then you get your next student. So when I add up all that shit, dude, I was making below minimum wage, man. Isn't that kind of a yikes? So I don't know, like this didn't even help me out. It was designed to help people like me, but it didn't help me out. So I feel like it's kind of like it wasn't even the thing for me. Back then, I didn't really make money though, right? So because like I was like just living in my parents' house, dude. I feel like living in your parents' house is a big plus. I don't know why there's like a negative stigma to that too. Cause like, dude, you save so much money and you're with family, so freaking good. I don't think you understand the issue, dude. I understand it enough that I know it's kind of shitty. If I have to do like a talk or like an essay on it, I would do more research. But based on my intuition, I'm pretty sure minimum wage is a pretty shitty prospect. So for this, I do agree with this. So I feel like we should just click on this. Tourism is really big in Singapore. Like it is quite big. Along with this, it also has one of the world's lowest crime rates. Yeah. My dad just tells me a lot about this, about like the lowest crime rate, one of the lowest crime rates, because like once again, it's like heavily surveilled, you know, and it's just like people are just very chill there, because that is the meta, right? People getting triggered by Amaz's opinions. I know, right? It's hilarious. It's freaking funny, man. It's the internet, man. Singapore is the 5th most visited city in the world and 2nd in Asia Pacific. Amazing. Yeah, I go to Singapore a lot. Not because of freaking tourism though. It's because of like tournaments and games and stuff like that. There were a lot of Hearthstone events that were in Singapore back then. Sightseeing bus routes. I mean, look at that. That is a pretty place. Kind of reminds me about Macau. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite pretty. Can you change the title to Just Chatting, please? I was debated. Nope. Nope. Transportation. Okay, yeah. I know that Singapore, when you go somewhere, it's usually really far. It's usually really, really far. But you can also walk in Singapore. We walk to a lot of places too. It's nice. Fresh water. Oh shit. But Singapore considers water a national security issue, and the government has sought to emphasize conservation. Water access is universal of high quality. Okay. The 4 national tap strategy. Water imported from neighboring Malaysia. Urban rainwater catchments, reclaimed water, and seawater desalination. Okay. Huh. I mean, I drink bottled water. I feel like water is pretty important, dude. Yeah. I thought I watched Amaz fail at Slay Spire, but instead I learned about South Asian economics. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, it's good, man. I like this part of the stream now. You know what? I actually look forward to this part of the stream quite a bit. To just learn something new from each country. And I'm not learning by myself because like I want to share with you guys, you know. Freshwater meta. I like the freshwater meta than the saltwater meta for sure. The total fertility rate is estimated to be 0.8 children per woman. So yeah, I guess their population is decreasing. Yeah. Dude, okay, so when we go to Japan, I definitely want to search this up, but apparently in Japan, there's like a lot of like depression, and you know, the population is failing because there's not a lot of relationships happening and stuff. It's definitely a product of our timeline though, right? Where, I don't know, like an adult these days is expected to do what? You know, you wake up, you go to work, you care for you take care of yourself, and then that's it, right? You can distract yourself from like the real life routine every now and then with like what, your phone, the internet, some random activities, and that's about it. But apparently in Japan, it's like really, really bad. Apparently it's they feel like they're robots and stuff. There was like a documentary about it too, which I should actually watch, about like depression in Japan, and that's why the suicide rate is so high there. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of that, right? With like you know, a lower than one, like a population that's kind of like being lowered and stuff. Foreign domestic workers are quite common in Singapore. Okay, cool. Bedok, Jurong West, Tampines, Woodlands, I don't even know where I was at then. Holy shit. These names are also hard to pronounce. What the heck? Okay, Buddhism is great. Yeah, Singapore's official language is English. So I can actually survive in Singapore. I can actually speak English and Mandarin too. Yeah, most of my friends in Singapore were actually they actually speak Mandarin more, but they do English too. So it's kind of awesome. Singaporeans are mostly bilingual. Typically go if English is the most common language and their mother tongue is the second language. Yep. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, education's great. Healthcare in Singapore. Singapore is generally efficient healthcare. Even though health percentages are relatively low for developed countries. Wait, what? 6th overall in the world? That's pretty good. What? How's that low then? It's pretty damn good. Lowest infant mortality rates. Longest life expectancy at 85 years, basically. You can live up to 85 years old. Damn. That's pretty damn good. Ranked first on the Global Food Security Index. Okay. It's based upon the 3M framework. MetaFund, MetaSave, and MetaShield. Health insurance, medical savings, and safety net for people. Okay, cool. Dude, once again, every time these things come up with like, oh, this is our pillars that we abide by, the 3Ms, or like, you know, the 6 ideas we strive to live by. I always get reminded of Blizzard every single time. The Blizzard values and shit. Like, it's just a reference point, honestly. All right, culture of Singapore. Yep, very diverse. Okay, yada. Food, dude. I ate here before. Well, in one of these places, dude. It's freaking awesome. It's like a huge food court. Okay, it's like a huge food court, and then you just order whatever you want in these stalls, and then you just bring to the table and you eat with your guys. There's a lot of seafood, because I mean it's by the water. There's a lot of seafood, but you can order whatever the hell you want, which is like freaking awesome. Oh my god, it's so freaking good. I love that. Yep. Many international celebrity chef restaurants are located within the integrated resorts. Amazing. Street food is also very yummy in Singapore. Very, very good. Singaporean cuisine. So food is always very important, right? So we can also, what is this? This is like tofu soup, I guess. This bean curd and mushrooms. The hell is that? Gordon Ramsay. Wow, amazing. Okay, I want to see the actual food items. Hello, Hainan chicken rice. Oh my god, I love Hainan chicken.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Amazing, dude. Zahra, next to the 54 months. Let's do Czech Republic next. Promise me, pinky swear. Dude, I like Czech people. What is it called? Czech-ians? Yeah, we can do that. But dude, I love Hainan chicken, man. It's so good. So if you haven't had it before, the chicken is like a very specific taste. And then you have like the green stuff, which is kind of like, I don't know, like kind of garlicky, and I don't know how you explain the green stuff. But the rice is also oily rice, so it's also flavored. It's not like just white rice. The rice is actually a big part of it. Very, very yummy as well. Yeah, so good. Okay, so we have. Oh, I want some pictures, dude. Okay, so we got noodles, dude. Nasi goreng, fried rice. This is soup. I actually had that before. Fried stuff. This is basically fried stuff, right? Papa Doom with like tapas. Okay. Chili crab. Dude, chili crab is huge. Huge. We have so much crab when I was in Singapore. They just freaking have it. They just love it. No, this guy looks like he didn't download Slay Aspire. He's kind of bored. Okay, fruit stuff. And then you got dessert stuff. Okay. Drinks and beverages. Singaporean style noodles. Yep. Amazing. I feel like that I just like food. I feel like every country's food is amazing. What is the bad? Okay, maybe I guess I'm not really into burgers and fries. Okay, maybe it's just America's food, the official American food that I kind of have a problem with. Like I don't really like fried chicken and like burgers and fries and like beer, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's not really my jam. So I had a burger yesterday. It was a Korean burger. Had like kimchi and like jalapenos and like it was a Korean burger. It was pretty good. Yeah. I usually prefer burgers that don't have bread. Okay, I guess I might be this might be too out there for you guys right now. All right. Anyhow, sports. Yeah. Great. Okay. Formula One World Championship. I've never been to Formula One. I feel like it's kind of weird. It's just cars zooming around in a circle. You know, like what? And you can't even use a blue shell. Like I don't get it. There's a football league. Amazing. Okay, great. And then media. I don't really care about that, right? Wait, what? What is that? Hello? Huh? What the heck is this? The Great Singapore Sale has more of emphasis on cultural experience rather than mere collaboration. Yeah, this does not look. What is that? That picture is not what I think about when I Singapore. Wait, this is a little bit better. What the shit was that? Uh-huh. How come this popped up so highly? Okay. Is Singapore a good place to live in? There is no doubt that Singapore is one of the best places to live. The small island nation consistently tops surveys that rank economic status. One of the biggest downsides is the cost. Everything is very expensive, from groceries and bills to luxuries like alcohol and certain foods. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess you got to be rich here, but it's okay. I mean, everybody's a millionaire there, apparently, right? My dad was always like, I would love living in Singapore as a tourist, but not as a local. It's also hot and humid, just like Hong Kong, dude. So, dude, I feel like that Singapore is so similar to Hong Kong. It's so freaking similar. Dude, this kind of Singapore government does not engage in widespread censoring of the internet, but it maintains a list of 100 websites, mostly pornographic, that it blocks as a symbolic statement of the Singaporeans' community stand on harmful and undesirable content on the internet. So that basically is censorship then, right? As the blog covers only home internet access, users may still visit the blog posts for their office computers. What? Okay. Hello? Okay. That's kind of weird. Amazing. That was just so random. Alright, I think that's good for now. So, oh yeah, I know about this. You can't sell gum in Singapore, and if you use drugs, you'll be deported or caned. So yeah, I know about. There is no gum in Singapore, and I don't know how true this is, but one of the locals told me about this. Okay, so in the history of Singapore, they have like a train system, right? So there was one time where someone stuck gum to one of the doors in the train system. And it actually caused like such a big delay because like it couldn't close properly. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. It was just basically a prank, right? So then to fix it for the future, the government just banned gum in the country. So there is no gum. You can't buy gum, and you just can't. And I feel like that. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a overreaction, but at the same time, I think that's fine. It's just gum. I don't think it's a big deal.